Hey guys, welcome to the Jaycee Daily channel. I'm Jaycee and today we're gonna be reviewing the Xiaomi Curved Gaming Monitor, which for some reason doesn't have the word ultra-wide in its product name. Before I started using the Xiaomi Curved Gaming Monitor, I was using an AOC 4K 27-inch that I mainly used for making online content using Premiere, Photoshop, and Illustrator. It was alright until I started gaming again. Last year, I started playing Valorant again, and I also started working from home permanently last year, so I had to do more coding on my PC than usual. I could just get another 1080p or 1440p monitor with a high refresh rate and put it beside my 4K monitor that I already owned, but personally, I don't really like multi-monitor setups. That's when I decided to try ultra-wide monitors for the first time. I was curious about trying them out but never really had a reason to, but now I do. The options from back then compared to today are very different. Now you have more options from different brands. Still, the Xiaomi Curved Gaming Monitor remains a good option and I'd still recommend it. In this video, we're going to be talking about three aspects of what I use this monitor for, which is gaming, media consumption, and productivity, along with all the other features and some downsides I found while using this monitor. By the way, if you find this video helpful, please click like and consider subscribing. I just started doing YouTube full-time, so support is very much appreciated. Thank you guys. Let's start this video by going through the specs. So, it is a 34-inch ultra-wide monitor. The resolution is 3440 by 1440. It is an 8-bit native display with 300 nits brightness, 3000 to 1 contrast ratio, 1500 R curvature, 121% sRGB, which we'll get into later, 144 Hz. It is FreeSync Premium compatible, VESA compatible of 100ml, adjustable stand, and a couple of features that it has is by default you're gonna be using this in a single source mode, but you can also do split screen or picture in picture. The boards are decent. You get two HDMI 2.0, two DisplayPort 1.4, a 3.5 audio jack, and the AC power socket. It would have been nice if they included a USB hub, but at this price point, I'm not really complaining. I did find a way to incorporate a USB hub in my setup seamlessly, which I will get to in just a bit. This is a solid gaming monitor. It gives you the high refresh rate you need for esports titles, and the ultra-wide aspect ratio gives an immersive experience when playing AAA titles. I mainly play FPS games like I mentioned before, especially Valorant, and the 144Hz really makes a difference if you're coming from a 60Hz monitor. The FreeSync Premium is also a bonus as it helps prevent the screen tearing while playing games. If you're planning to play AAA titles on this monitor at 144 FPS or more, you might need to upgrade your GPU. Honestly, you can get away with just 60 FPS on a decent GPU. What matters most is the immersion this ultra-wide will give you. This monitor has a response time of 4 milliseconds. Not a deal breaker. It would have been nice if it was 1 millisecond, but most people probably wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. On the UFO tests, it shows a little ghosting if you view it in slow motion, but it's really not noticeable when gaming. When it comes to the media consumption, watching videos on this is a good experience. I mainly watch YouTube and Netflix, which usually has an aspect ratio of 16:9, so the bars on the sides are to be expected. At 16:9, it's almost like having a 29-inch monitor. When you finally get to watch a 21:9 aspect ratio video, it's awesome. Having the whole ultra-wide panel be filled with content is just satisfying and just adds a bit more immersion to the overall experience. So let's get into productivity. This is going to be a long segment. So the 121 sRGB rating makes the Xiaomi Curved Gaming Monitor a good option for people creating online content like graphic design or video editing. This rating makes sure that the content you make looks consistent on most displays, such as smartphones and computer displays. Besides editing videos and photos, I mainly work as a software developer, which is also why I chose this monitor. You might see most developers rocking a multi-monitor setup, but personally, I just find it distracting. When I'm working, I only look at the things I'm working on, and using an ultra-wide really helped me improve my workflow. A good example would be when I'm coding. I can now have up to 4 workable size columns on the left and have my terminal in split mode, then an additional 2 code editor columns. And then finally on the right, I have a file explorer for selecting files. I'm sure other work would benefit from an ultra-wide monitor, like having 2 or 3 documents open at the same time for review, maybe a big spreadsheet, or whatever combination of software you use. Honestly, using an ultra-wide just makes the overall working experience more pleasant. It would be the same experience as when you're working on something. You have all your tools in one desk, so you don't have to move around in other desks to get all your tools. So that's what it feels like. And that's the reason why I only like working with one display. By the way, if you're using Windows 11, then you'll have a much better time with managing windows up to 3 columns, as it is supported natively. The thing that stands out is the design, and I probably should have put this on the top of this video, but I really wanted to focus first on gaming and the other experience, because you guys might be interested in that. And the design is probably already obvious to you guys, but damn, this monitor looks good. The design is minimalistic, no visible logo on the front, and no gamer color accents. The bezels are slim, the chin being 3/4 of an inch thick, I don't really mind, and there's only this one LED indicator on the right. The stand blends well with the overall theme of the simple and functional design. It's height adjustable, has tilt, and can be rotated. Xiaomi also took it a step further by incorporating the cable management into this monitor. The back of the monitor has covers for the ports, and the stand has routes for managing cables that are hidden by another cover. The covers are held by strong magnets, and the cables are routed to the base of the monitor, making your cable almost invisible from the front. This is one design I wish all monitor manufacturers incorporate into their product. It's clean, it makes sense, and it just works. This monitor just makes it really easy to fit most setup designs. So if you're looking for a monitor that can easily go with your setup, this is one option you should look out for. Some people would probably like the stand, and I understand why. I've seen a lot of setups using the stand. The base of the monitor just takes up too much space, and as much as I like it, it has to go. I decided to go with a monitor arm because it gives more flexibility. When playing games, I like the monitor to be just a bit closer to my face compared to the standard distance when I'm using it for anything else. The added height of the monitor arm provides also allows me to do a stand-up setup every once in a while with a foldable standing desk accessory. I initially had a Bayou F80 from my previous setup, but it cannot hold a Xiaomi ultra-wide monitor because it was too heavy. I ended up upgrading to the Bayou F100A, which was plenty strong for this monitor, and also gave me 2 extra USB 3.0 ports, which I use for my mouse and headset receiver. Unfortunately, the display port that comes with the monitor is just too short to be routed to a monitor arm. So I got this UGreen DP cable, which comes in 3 meters. It's braided and slim, which makes it easy to cable manage. The cable management is not as clean as the original stand, but it's clean enough. Overall, I'm happy with how it ended up looking, plus I get more desk space. One thing I wish they could have done better is the controls. If Xiaomi decides to make a next version of this, which I hope they do because this thing sells like hotcakes, I wish they put a thumbstick on the back rather than buttons. It would have been the perfect choice. Despite the downsides I have mentioned in this video, nothing really stands out as a reason not to get this monitor. You also get the same panel that the other more expensive branded monitor use. Overall, this is a highly recommended monitor for most people looking for a monitor they can use for most tasks they throw at it. You can purchase the Xiaomi Curved Gaming Monitor 34, that's a mouthful, now at around 21 to 23,000 pesos depending on the vendor that you're looking at. But if you get it on sale, the price probably goes down at around 18 to 20,000 pesos, so do check out for those as well. If you're interested in buying any of the products I have mentioned in this video, please consider using the affiliate links in the description. It's free, it helps the channel a lot, and it's free. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit like, consider subscribing, and hit the notification bell as well. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, suggestions, and recommendations, and I'll see you guys on the next one.